All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Looking to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
Off play action. Hood is going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Z! There we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He's got Watkins on the out route. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Hood. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Aaron Lynch. Coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hood looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about a season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And they'll go with a ground attack here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hood got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hut! Hut!
Back to throw. Hood. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Jones coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as a...
And this is caught by Watkins for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown as a Chief, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And shedding through the tackle. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Over!
From the gun, Hood. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good move. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
All right, now, look at 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Hood, man open. That's Damian Ratley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Hood. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Brashad Perriman from 21 yards away. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Lucky 56.
To throw again. Hood. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Hood. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Mahomes now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Chargers getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Hood. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Aaron Lynch in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And his kick is right through. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Gone!
On 1st and 10, Hood is going to let this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down. Hood. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Keith Marshall taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the 1st down.
Black 58 rail.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail.
They go play action here on 1st down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Left, 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 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Lucky 56.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hood. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hood. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Marshall, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll go with the keeper, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's their quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is Marshall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Hood. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set, 319. 319. Watching that, Barney. Over.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Watching that, Barney.
Now Marshall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space, as we just saw there.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
So. Here we go now.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Butker now to add the extra point. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Hood. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Hood steps away to his left. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 1st and 10, Hood. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Hood. Being chased out left. Toward the pylon. Caught. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Over! Watch him now, Barney!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number 1 running option that you've scouted and take away their number 1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Hood. His throw incomplete. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Kansas City, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0.
you.